wzrost cen gazu, wzrost cen prądu.
The increase in gas prices, the increase in electricity prices, the increase in oil prices. Of course, all this is reflected particularly in all products and services everywhere, directly or indirectly. Electricity energy carriers are used everywhere, therefore this will of course mean another element of sustaining inflation, and I hope that it will start to fall next year. But of course, due to these increases, it will fall much slower. The crisis has only just begun. It is not known when it will end. According to expert estimates, shortages in energy and fuel market will continue in the second and third quarter of 2022. Ecology is expensive. We have to tell ourselves very unequivocally about it. If we want to live in a clean world, we must bear the costs connected with the pursuit of a clean world. I have the impression that Polish politicians are not ready to communicate this clearly to the Polish society, because the Polish society is not ready for this. It is not ready for these sacrifices, especially that it is not as rich as, for example, the German society. In relation to this, I have the impression that in coming months and quarters, we will continue to observe such a transfer of responsibility in this matter, while decisions of the European Union have already been made. Several 100% increases of energy and gas prices on European exchanges force everyone, including Poles, to raise their tariffs, and it should be expected that this trend will continue for the time being. In general, people do not like price increases. We have seen it in recent months on the example of inflation and price increases in various products, from the more basic ones. So I think that price increases for electricity and gas will not be welcomed. Although when it comes to electricity, the increases are theoretically supported by quite small, relatively speaking. So Energy Regulatory Office said about 21 Polish zlotys on average, but for gas it's already 54%. So these are quite significant increases.
Więc to są podwyżki dosyć znaczące.
Trzeba pamiętać o tym, że gaz będzie podstawowym paliwem.
You should remember that gas will be the basic fuel, for example, in the power industry, at least for a dozen or so years, before this truly clean energy will be available to significantly supply us with electricity in Europe. In my opinion, this reliance on Russia is also very dangerous for the European Union. I think that the last months have shown this very clearly.
Jest dla Unii Europejskiej niebezpieczne. Ja myślę, że te ostatnie miesiące bardzo wyraźnie to pokazały.
It seems that the energy crisis will last for the whole 2022, unless new unexpected factors appear, such as the big economic slowdown caused by another wave of the coronavirus. The price increases will rather continue.
Jeżeli spojrzymy na ceny gazu,
if you look at gas prices last year, they were at the record low. Back then, you had to pay €5 for 1 megawatt hour. So in the middle of last year, also at the beginning of this year, it was around $20, and then the price level reached 130 per megawatt hour. So this market, especially in recent years, is completely unpredictable. When the Baltic pipe is commissioned, theoretically in autumn of 2022, the gas price will probably be completely different from now. Of course, it cannot be predicted, but the current situation is an anomaly and it will pass. Most predictably, it will not last forever. Moreover, as regards deliveries through the LNG terminal in Świnoujście, we have signed a long-term agreement with the American company Cheniere, or PGNiG signed this contract. They may be correlated with market prices, but they are usually fixed. They are not burdened with risk. On the other hand, the contract is multi-year. This is the other side of this coin. There are rather stabilized prices. To some extent, in 25% the gas will flow through Baltic pipe and will come from the deposits owned by PGNiG, which has been operating in the Norwegian shelf for many years and has been buying new concessions.
Spółką Cheniere. W takich umowach zwykle ceny, oczywiście one nie są zdradzane, to jest tajemnica handlowa, ale ceny są stałe. Mogą być skorelowane czasem z cenami rynkowymi, ale zwykle są stałe nieobciążone ryzykiem. No, z drugiej strony kontrakt jest wieloletni, no to jest ta druga strona medalu, więc tutaj mamy raczej ceny ustabilizowane. Też gaz, który będzie płynął przez Baltic Pipe w jakimś stopniu, w 20-25%, przez jakiś okres oczywiście, będzie ze złóż PGNiG-u, który tam od wielu lat na szelfie norweskim działa i wykupuje kolejne koncesje.